So today the spotlight focuses on Lightyear, one of our third-party providers, a leading cloud-based platform designed to automate and streamline your purchasing accounts payable processes. Essentially, moving your business away from manual, paper-heavy, Excel-heavy workflows, and get you more involved in that automation to save some time, reduce errors, and ultimately improve visibility. You know who we are at Eureka. We partner with yourselves. For those that don't, we are basically your support provider when it comes to your financial software. So what I'll do just now is I'll hand over to Kenny at Lightyear, and he can give you a bit more of an insight as to what those guys do and how it can benefit your business.
Fantastic. Thanks, Barry. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invitation. Without further ado, I'm going to give you a bit more insight into Lightyear. Obviously, we've been partnered with Eureka Solutions for a number of years now, and we're very heavily involved with a lot of the integrations in the accounting and ERP space. So a full integration tech stack with iPlicid, Sage products, NetSuite. And all the other sort of solutions that Eureka Solutions are providing to customers. So Lightyear, who are Lightyear? Lightyear is an accounts payable automation platform that was founded in 2017. We have 7,000 customers globally. As mentioned, we've got a full sort of integration tech stack, very similar to Eureka Solutions. And we bring to market the offer of very fast data extraction, accurate data extraction, lots of great customer support. So I'm going to jump in and give you some slides, and then I'm going to give you a bit of a tour of the product itself. Before I do that, I just want to talk a little bit more about the reality of manual accounts payable processes. Again, on the right-hand side here, you'll see some data points. So 90% of invoices globally are manually handled. What does that mean? You're either keying in data, you're printing invoices off, you're getting them hand signed, hand stamped. It takes about 17 days on average in the UK to pay an invoice. Actually, the government is mandating and has just mandated a late payment legislation. As mentioned, the right-hand side, 90% of invoices globally are manually handled, 17 days on average to pay an invoice. Legislation is coming in by the government now, where you will have late payment fee legislation. Suppliers are within their right to then up their late payment fees even further. So that is coming into play. 295k lost to UK businesses. Each small to medium business potentially is hemorrhaging 295k a year simply by processing manually, not looking at fraud prevention, a lot of things that Lightyear can actually help with. Again, 60% of SMBs are not confident they can spot fake invoices, which again we can actually support on. And in the UK, it costs on average to process invoices manually £15 per invoice. So if you look at the number of invoices per month or per annum that you're processing, multiply that by £15, that is the cost to your organization for not implementing a solution like Lightyear. That's one of the key reasons, obviously, why we've partnered with yourselves here at Eureka. We are here to support Eureka's mission to digitally transform their customers' organizations, but to bring back those cost savings to your organization. Again, it's one of the key reasons why we are here today to discuss this. So just moving on. What is Lightyear? What do we actually have to offer? So from a Lightyear perspective, we've got a full sort of purchasing module. We can do purchase orders. We can send orders out for approval. We've got a multi-tiered approval mechanism. This is actually one of the key challenges we find from a purchasing perspective. A lot of customers are actually struggling to track who is raising what purchase orders, who's the purchase order for approval for. There's some customers that are rubber stamping. So they'll raise a purchase order on an Excel, they send it by email to a department head or a line manager. Line manager then sends an email back. That's just such a waste of time. Too many clicks, too much waiting around. The approval within Lightyear happens instantaneously. We also have a mobile phone app that makes that happen a lot quicker. Goods receiving, and then three-way line item matching. If you don't want to run purchase orders in Lightyear, but you want to keep it in your core finance system, actually you can send purchase orders into Lightyear from those systems, and we can do three-way line item matching against invoices. A huge time saver. Typically that's done on two screens. So That's the first sort of segment. Then the AP automation, the invoice automation, this is actually our biggest bag. This is our biggest USP. We have developed three data extraction technologies. We have OCR, which is the standard technology that is in the marketplace. Every other provider and competitor to ourselves will be using OCR as their core primary data extraction technology. That technology is dated. It's been around for a very, very long time, and it's about 85% accurate. We've revolutionized the industry. We have our own data extraction technology. It's called Smart Extract, and it is around 95 to 99% accurate. We'll never say 100 because it leaves you open to interpretation for mistakes and different things like that. But we have run data and we have seen 100% accuracy on data extraction. So when you look at the marketplace, when you look at everything that's out there, we are providing a best in class, best in breed data extraction technology that we have developed, and we're bringing that to you. We then also have a new data extraction technology called Smart Extract Plus. Smart Extract Plus is our own data extraction technology with AI wrapped around it. So as default, and AI's been talked about and talked about. I'm sure everybody's sick of hearing about AI, but we've been doing this the strategy for AI for about 2, 3 years now, before the hype as such, and we've really embedded this into our product. So by default, you will have an AI strategy because we have an AI strategy. So that's what you're getting out of the box with the product. Then you have everything else. So it's not just data extraction, which most of these other platforms are. We've got automatic statement reconciliation. We've a bank detail checker. We've got audit trails on each individual invoice. We've a mobile phone app. We even have an inventory aspect to our product where we can track non-PO stock inventory. We have expenses built into the platform, and we're about to be releasing expenses as well. So most of the platforms out there typically just have data extraction here in AP, but then if you look at all of these other aspects, that's what you're getting as a customer with Lightyear and Eureka. You're getting full automation on all of these different aspects of your process. So that's enough about the product, and I'll give a bit of a product tour. But what are people saying about us? Why are people interested with us? So people are coming to us. They're recommending the product. They would to automate the invoice processing. It's user friendly. There's lots of things. It requires very little training. Again, there may be complex situations where you actually need a lot of training. We're here to fully support that. My team used to spend 3 hours a month managing statements, reconciling supplier statements. Now with Lightyear, they're doing it in 10 minutes. So you got the data extraction, which we can reduce by 80%, but then throw in the statement reconciliation. We can reduce that greatly in terms of a process. That's all great talking about the product, but actually one of our biggest USPs outside of that is people. We are here to fully support the onboarding and implementation and setup of this product. We're not going to leave you alone. We're not going to give you self-help guides. We absolutely have that if you want to do it by yourself, but we fully recommend we support you, and we'll do that on a 4 to 6 week onboarding implementation journey. We don't want to be another faceless technology company. We absolutely want to support you on your journey to transform your organization digitally. So again, that's just to sort of give you an insight into what our customers are saying. Customer support is equally important for us. We are very, very big in this, in case you didn't realize. Belfast Irish accent. We love to talk, in case you didn't realize that either. But that's what you get when you're working with us. We just want to help, right? We're here to support you. We do have AI chatbots, but actually most of the time you're speaking to a human being. You got free live support in our product. You can get us by telephone. You can get us by email. Video chat, we prefer this, and we also have a ticketing system. So that's just to give you a bit of an example is, yes, you've got great technology. Yes, we're going to help you adopt the product. And yes, we're going to support you even after you've adopted the product. So that's what you're getting right out of the bag when you're working with us. And why would you choose a platform like Lightyear? So the advanced approvals, we find that's a big bugbear for a lot of people. If you're doing that manually, we automate that. Data extraction is super advanced. The automated bookkeeping in the sense that we code everything automatically for you. We have a price check feature. We have three-way matching on invoices and POs, statement reconciliation, a full audit trail, a unified internal communications tool. You can use Lightyear to communicate and hold the rest of your organization accountable. Again, using that as an audit history. And we also have bank detail and a mobile phone app. So the mobile phone app is a light version of the small tool that I'm going to give you today. The mobile phone app, you can raise purchase orders, you could add notes, you could communicate with other people in your organization, they can respond from that. You can even approve. So swiping left and swiping right to approve your invoices, purchase orders, credit notes, whatever. That can all be done from a mobile phone app. So that's super useful for multi-site, multi-entity organizations where you've got a general manager or facilities manager or whoever, they're going all over the place. We are absolutely here to support that. So that's enough talking about about the product and letting you know about who we are and what we do. I am going to jump into the product now and give you a bit of a tour. So this is the first screen that you'll see when you log into the system. This is your home screen. Processing, when you see this, this is our AI, this is our technology. So most systems will get you to physically map your own invoices and teach the system what to extract. Our data extraction, we do that all upon setup, so it's a set and forget. Once you do it once, we already know that. We also have a record over 600, 700,000 supplier invoices. So 9 times out of 10, we already have that set up based off our records. So it's very, very quick and efficient. But then wrap around our AI just learns instantaneously and extracts data for you instantaneously as well. So we are slowly moving towards a completely touchless, no mapping process where AI just doesn't and knows what the invoices look like. So that's what we're doing at the minute. We've invested heavily in that. You will get the value of that. So touchless data extraction is where you want to get to. Approvals. This is everything that's landed into your inbox. So I can see holistically what's in my system. I can see there's 82 invoices sitting in approvals, and I can see there's 3.5 million waiting to be approved. Some of the payment fees are coming. Some suppliers aren't going to be too happy that they're not getting paid, but that's the whole point of the system. You'll never ever miss an invoice now. You'll see it and get full visibility of what needs paid. Review, this is our second, third, fourth layer of approval if you need it. Again, you'll get full visibility. Signed off, that's where everything lands for final check before it goes into the accounting system. Then we scroll down here, and from an approval perspective, again, we often hear chasing Johnny to go make approvals is an absolute nightmare. Chasing Ewan so again, I've got that visibility now. I can come in, I can hit email all task reminders, and it'll send notifications to everybody to go and approve. I can then come in here on an individual level, and I can click them as well. So they'll get notifications on the mobile phone app, which is very, very handy. They'll also get notifications by email. They'll also be notified in the app itself here as well. So there's no excuse now. There's no reason why people shouldn't be approving. There's no reason why people shouldn't be engaging with you as the main people who are responsible for this process. We're now giving you the power to hold your organization accountable, which is super, super powerful for finance. Often finance is left, people think they're in a dark corner somewhere and we'll never hear from them. But that's not true. They're integral to obviously the key business. So this is your home screen. I'm just going to take you into the invoice screen. So how do invoices get into the system? Well, there's 3 ways. Invoices get in, I've just highlighted here. Email. Email is the best way to send invoices into the system. So once you use a system like Lightyear, 90% of your supply chain will send it digitally. Most likely they are today. And there's a chance you might be printing them off and then storing them somewhere. You don't need to do that. They come in by email, and then we store them digitally against your account, and you can access that at any time. So email is the best way. We can then upload invoices manually from your computer. If you're doing that, you're probably going backwards. You're probably not really utilizing the system, so we can keep track of that. So again, you can upload manually, or you can get a receipt or a paper copy of an invoice on your desk, and you can scan it in through the mobile phone app. So again, there's 3 ways to get data into the system. There should never be an excuse where you don't have data in the system or invoices in the system. Then we come over here. Excuse me. Then we come over here and we've got all these different modules. So approvals, that's your invoices, purchase order module, expense module, archive and reporting, that is available to you. That's where everything is stored. It's your digital filing cabinet. It's also your reporting engine now and all of your invoices. Statement reconciliation. Our system is smart enough to understand what a statement is, what an invoice is, what a credit note is, We will then segment that out in the system and give you that document type so that you can move that into your purchase ledger. Very, very efficient. So I'll pop that out. That's where I access all the different areas. Then we've got this unique view. Okay, this unique view is everything in one screen. So up here, this is panel 1. This is your inbox. This is all of your invoices that's coming into your system, into your account. Down here, panel 2, this is all the data that's getting extracted. Over here in panel 3, this is your actual invoice that's been extracted. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm actually just going to filter. I'm going to go in and filter and look for a specific supplier for you. I'm going to give you a really chunky invoice with lots of mistakes in it to show you how we're actually flagging this information to you. So what you'll notice, I'll click into the invoice now. You'll notice the data extracts very, very quickly. Now the file itself will take a little bit of time to load, but it appears it's a heavy file. So again, instantaneously, we've got the data that's been extracted. So I've clicked into the panel 1. I can see it's supplier. This is the supplier name. I can see the bill number. I can see the PO number if it's on there. I can see the goods amount, tax amount, totals. I can then hover over this little button, and this tells me who the approver is. So these little buttons, they're approvers, and we run a traffic light system. I can see navy, it's been assigned to someone, but they've done nothing with it. Green would be approved, orange would be rejected or on hold, and red would be not approved. They've rejected the order or the invoice. So very, very quickly, up here, this holistic view allows me to see all of my approvers, all of my information. We also flag duplicate invoices to you as well. So this little red flag lets me know that there's a duplicate invoice. So I'm never going to make a double payment ever again, because Lightyear will flag it to you. You click into this, you delete the duplicates, and you go on your merry way on your workflow. So again, very efficient. You get visibility on your inbox, and we're not even into the data yet. So once I get down into the data that's been extracted, so I'll just move this up slightly. This is all of the data. So line item information is key. Lightyear, that's our expertise. We will look at a 20-page invoice that might have hundreds of lines, and we will extract that data in a matter of seconds. Other systems, and there are great systems out there, other systems, you'll have to come back to get the wheel of death. You'll have to go grab a cup of coffee, come back, and it's still extracting your data. Or it might have extracted your data, but it's 85% accurate. Or you might have to then go in and manually adjust the tax because it couldn't pick up the tax, or the systems just don't understand how to deal with tax. So again, from our perspective, when we built the system on new technology, new age technology, we designed it where it would recalculate totals for you, it would recalculate tax for you, and it would actually get as accurately as possible and as fast as possible. So this is a big game changer. A lot of people are still experiencing the older systems. A lot of people are still experiencing the challenges that come with that. There is now technology available in Lightyear that can make this process a lot easier. So what do we extract? Well, we're extracting all of the key information: the supplier name, the invoice number, the bill date, the due date, the purchase order number. We extract the purchase order number because it can then connect back to a PO that's been raised in the system. We can then match those two data points. So you don't need two screens anymore. Everything's just done automatically in the system. The due date, we can actually pre-populate the due date. Now, I brought this one up intentionally because obviously this is the wrong date. Lightyear's flagging to you, this is the wrong date. This is the wrong period. Okay. We're going down into the data. All of these lines are not matched back. So even though we've got a purchase order number, none of these lines are matching back to a purchase order. What does that tell me? That tells me that purchase order does not exist in our system. So where has this supplier got this purchase order number from? So you can then go out and dispute with that supplier. This is the problems. This is the challenges. Where did this PO number come from? On a line item level, we've got price checking features. So if you have contracted pricing, you can upload that information into Lightyear against the supplier. When the supplier invoice comes in, we can cross-reference those data points. So red, this line is incorrect. That's not the right price. Green, that line is the right price. So again, we can help you manage this process. If that's something that you do, you might not be doing that in your organization. Then we come over to the VATs and the different elements of coding. So again, we will pull back all of the core VAT codes from the accounting system, and we will apply those at a line item level. So I could go in, I could actually change this. And this will now, our system, I could save that and our system will remember that for next time. So from a coding perspective, we can code at least 60%. We can bring 60% automation from the coding perspective. Then we actually allow you can interfere with the coding if you have to. So I can come in, I can start changing coding. It might be a department, might be a site, whatever. So you absolutely have the ability to do that. So you're getting the data extraction, you're getting everything extracted automatically. We're recalculating the totals, we're recalculating the VAT so it's not incorrect. If it is incorrect, you will know about it because Lightyear has a flagging system. So we can see this little red bell. This is telling me the data is incorrect. Suppliers are generally quite good at getting you the right data, but actually they may mess up. The system might have thrown in an extra line. The total might not reflect the actual total value of the invoice. We are here to validate the data quicker for you, make your job easy. So again, we will flag things to you, and this is an example of that. Again, there's other things that we can do. I've spoken quite a lot about data. We've got fraud detection. Excuse me. This little credit card symbol. If this is orange or red, it will flag incorrect bank details. If it's green, it will flag it's the right bank details. So what that basically means is you're now preventing yourself from making payments to dummy invoices and, going to your CFO or going to your CEO and saying, we've just spent 50 grand to a fraud. What have we done? How do we get out of this? Again, super, super important. And then you've got an audit trail on each individual record. So as an example, I can scroll down this invoice and I can see every single interaction that's happened on this invoice, who's approved it, who changed something. I could tag my colleagues. You say, hey, Ewan, wrong price, speak to supplier. Ewan will get a notification on his mobile phone app now to go off and he'll respond to me. And if he's not responding, I can take a screenshot of this interaction now, send it to his department manager and say, hey, Ewan's not responding to me. I'm trying to get this issue resolved. Can you please help? So that's from a notes perspective, an activity log perspective. You've got all of that on the invoice side. Then you can work them through the workflow. So this is your first stage of approval. Then you've got your second, third, fourth stage approval. Again, red is not approved, green is approved. Then it gets into a signed off stage. Signed off stage is where all of your invoices land when they're ready for payment. So they come into here, you select all of your invoices, you do it by supplier, whatever. You select them all and then you hit export to iPlicit, export to NetSuite, export to Sage. Those invoices leave the screen as it is blank here now, and it will then move into your purchase ledger product. And the copy of those invoices will be there for you as well. So again, you get all of this straight out of the box. These invoices then move into your archive. So if I come into here, I could search any number of records and it will give me all of my invoices. So I'll just do that for you. I'll just show you what this looks like. And I'll do this forever and a day. I'll hit search. And it's now showing me every invoice, every credit note, every purchase order, every statement that is relevant to my account. So these are all held digitally in the system, but we do send copies across to your purchase ledger product as well for audit purposes. I can also come into here and I can run custom reports as well. So again, you've got full visibility of your data. I can download these reports and run my analysis as I see fit. Statements, I'll just go into statements very, very quickly to show you what you're getting out of the box. So I could come into statements. I've got all my supplier statements in here. Anything with the green tick has been reconciled. Anything that doesn't have a green tick, what I can do is I can come into here. I can see what's missing. These are my missing invoices. I can hit email supplier. That will send a copy of this statement with all the missing invoice numbers typed out for you already to your supply chain. So some customers are spending 3, 4, 5 hours at the end of each month doing this. This reduces it down to 10 minutes. So you know what's been reconciled, you know what hasn't, and you can then go off and trigger that out to your supply chain. A nice feature that nobody else has, and hopefully that'll speed up the processes. Purchase orders, again, I'm not going to go too deep into this. If you are really, really interested to understand more, we can set up an additional demo one-to-one. But from a purchase order perspective, very similar screen. I can create a PO, I can add product SKUs to the PO, but then everything essentially lands into an ordered status. It sort of lives here. This workflow at the top, this is your approval phase, almost your requisition process. It then lands into an ordered state. And then once it's been matched to an invoice, it will go into a closed state. So you can see here, all the goods have been received. It's been matched to a PO, an invoice, sorry. It's been fully approved. So this is an example of what it would look like when it's went through the flow. If there's issues or there's challenges, you can come in here, you can use the activity log to track things, speak to other people in the organization before it even gets to this stage. So again, you've got the full audit history on the PO side as well. And then finally, because this is a whistle-stop tour of the Lightyear platform, and if you do want to get into the minutiae of how does it do this and how does it do that, reach out to Barry and we'll absolutely set up a one-to-one demo. But we do have a very light expense tool. So I can absolutely come into here, and this is where you can see that I am Irish and I do like Guinness and all of that weird, wonderful stuff. So I can absolutely come into here. I could upload my receipts. Bootleggers, if you're ever in Belfast, Bootleggers fantastic. I'm not on commission, but it does fantastic food. But this is an example of a receipt in a dingy little restaurant. I've took it on the mobile phone app, and what it will actually do, it will extract the data automatically for you. Now, I have used many expense systems in my time, and what they actually make you do is they make you upload the expense, but then they make you key the data in. It's absurd. From our perspective, we're here to change that. We're here to revolutionize the expenses area as well. So we are focusing on out-of-pocket expenses first. We're now building payments into the platform, and we will bring in virtual credit cards, credit card reconciliation, and things like that. So again, a very, very basic expense tool. It is there if you do need it. So that's the platform end to end. That's the value that you're going to get. And again, hopefully you can see why Eureka has partnered with Lightyear to bring this to you. Just some of the questions that people do ask is like price, and onboarding and support and things like that. So from a price perspective, we operate a volumetric pricing model. So that basically means it's consumption based. The more that you use through the platform, the cheaper it becomes. So if you think of a credit, that's Lightyear currency. So one credit equals one invoice. That invoice can be multiple pages, doesn't matter. Other systems charge you per page. We just charge you for one invoice. So we're typically, I would say, 2 to 3 times less expensive than the marketplace. So again, I couldn't give you set pricing today, but based on your volumes, I could sit down with you and give you a tailored pricing model for your organization. Implementation, again, the industry standard is 12 weeks to implement a system like our system. It takes us 4 to 6 weeks. So we will implement the system. The first week we will set you up. The next 4 to 5 weeks, we will then continue to support you and train you on this journey. So we never leave you by yourself. We don't believe in self-help guides. Like I mentioned before, we do have them. And then you go into hypercare. Once you finish your training, you go into 3 to 4 weeks of hypercare. Then you're handed over to support, who will fully support you. So those are some of the questions we get asked. Other questions we get asked is around, do we work with third-party PO systems? Absolutely. So we can ingest information from another, typically it's a stock system, inventory management system. You'll be raising your purchase orders over there. You'll be matching them against invoices manually. Actually, you can send purchase orders in the Lightyear. Invoices come in and we can match them both together. That's another huge USP. With the likes of NetSuite and Sage, we have a particular routine that we can run where we actually pull POs out of their systems as well. iPlicit, we're working on that to get that up and running as well. And then additionally, do we integrate with others? Absolutely, but we also have an open API. So again, you can build into the open API and integrate into the platform that way. So that's generally the questions that I get asked.
No problem. I guess, like you said as well, Kenny, if anybody is intrigued after we've dropped some food for thought there on the system, that they would like a demonstration, one-on-one, feel free to email your Eureka account manager or myself at barry.gray@eurekasolutions.co.uk, and we can certainly arrange that with Kenny, and get you a demonstration, that'll be a bit more personalised to yourself.
Yep, absolutely. So hopefully this has been fruitful for everyone today. I know it was a quick one, but we don't want to waste your time. Hopefully that has sparked some interest. And please do just reach out to Barry and his team, and we'll be fully here to support you. Typically, an end-to-end demo with Q&A will take about 60 to 70 minutes, and that's just making sure we give you the time to ask us any further questions. So I think, Barry, without further ado, we'll end it there.
Yes.
And yeah, look forward to speaking to anybody who's interested.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Bye bye.